Last time in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft did battle with the deadly Jaguar. So in the first part of this trilogy, early in the game, Lara has to create a bow. There's an early tutorial on how to use the bow by hunting deer. The story reason for hunting the deer is to take care of hunger. The next time you're expected to use the bow, you're under attack by wolves. Lara has fallen into a trap and can't move her legs. Wolves appear from the bushes and jump out at you, giving Lara only a brief chance to fight back. The deer made for target practice, but the deer and the rabbits around the deer weren't going to fight back. This was the first time in the game that you'd be utilizing a weapon to fight an attacking enemy. I mention this because it feels like the sequence of events in Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a lot like it. While there is a longer sequence at the beginning of the game that introduces the puzzle sequences along with the combat, similar to how Rise of the Tomb Raider did, Lara doesn't get restricted to the use of her bow until her initial trek through the swamp. In this game, after she gets access to her bow, there's no need for her to hunt deer, although you're given a large amount of defenseless animals to kill at your leisure. After making your way through the deer, the Jaguar shows up, providing the player with a chance to fight opponents with a bow. The big difference here is that, 1, you're able to move while fighting, and 2, the Jaguars take a lot more hits. As an early mini-boss encounter, it's not exactly the most thrilling, though I wonder whether the Jaguar was supposed to just stand there and take arrows to the face, or actually move and fight the whole time. I'm guessing the intent was similar to that of the wolves, except expanded upon for movement, to give the players a bit more of an exciting encounter. You're supposed to watch for the movement of the jungle and be wary at any time jaguars might strike. Prepare to dodge and let loose your silent arrows. Trademarked. But with 2 jaguars to pay attention to, I paid less attention to the movement in the jungle, and just spun the camera around like a moron until jaguars showed up, and it worked. There's something more that could be said about the franchise just growing through the motions, but I don't think I'm ready for that just yet. There's still more tutorial, I'd imagine, just around the corner. Let's find out. Also, I might use this as an opportunity to backtrack and collect stuff. Now that's obviously farther on, and that's where we're going. That's where we've been. I suppose I'll put this off until we're able to just switch between campfires, because I just don't feel like it right now.
We can get through here. Give me a hand.
That's how you know somebody's putting in the extra effort. When they've got the noise when they're lifting something. If they're lifting something silently,
we have to get down there.
then that's no effort at all. And of course, that's Kwakyaku, like she said. And there's a nice temple sort of thing there. There's some industry, there's some old towns, some power lines. Volcano's obviously going to be there, because we already know there's going to be a volcano. Okay. Actually... Alright, it looks like I'm going to go to the next story location first.
You sure this is a path?
Come on, stay close to me.
This is definitely not a path.
The game designers clearly made it a path, so thus it is a path.
Oh,
Almost there.
almost there. Heard that before. Oh, gotcha. You right?
I'm sure she would have been fine. She just kind of like stood there for like a while before you showed up. The eventual hero is what his title will be.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
He went over the edge. What movie is that from? I don't know. That's from something, though.
What do you think built all this?
It could have been the Inca.
The bridge is down. Maybe we could lift it with those counterweights.
Maybe.
But first, we need to learn languages by looking at the
Can't
language.
figure out the dialect. I must be missing something.
We're on our way to that village.
Me too.
Alright. A bowl
Cinnabar
of...
was used in the ancient past for producing a bright orange pigmentation on ceramics, murals, tattoos, and in religious ceremonies.
That's how you know it's old. It's not just the past, it's the ancient past. Oh.
I bet this water is drinkable.
You want to try it?
Oh.
I think I'll stick to the bottles you found in the cargo from the plane.
Yeah. Damn. There we go.
You know, if I had known how much time I'd spend in the wilderness, I'd have paid more attention in Boy Scouts.
Wasn't your thing?
No, my family situation meant we didn't get to do a lot of stuff like that.
The Canopus serves as a receptacle for offerings of cocoa and animal tallow. The stuffed Canopus is thrown into the farmer's
Animal
field
tallow?
during the harvest season as a gift for Pachamama, the mother god. It is said, if the present is accepted, the farmer will yield large crops in a successful breeding season.
Offering all that cocoa is not gonna bring your honey back. Let's see. And here's the top of the
What
machine.
about you? Ever do Girl Scouts or nature camp as a kid?
Does boarding school count?
I don't know. Does
No.
it?
Probably not. But Roth showed me some things. I always preferred the company of adults anyway.
Hey, that did something. I think the water powers the bridge somehow.
And that's really what these puzzles are about.
With
It's
Eli gone, your arm should heal quickly.
Yeah, I feel a lot better already.
it's about just poking your nose into stuff and hoping that,
Need to get the water flowing to the bucket. It's too heavy. Give me a hand.
The water's filling the bucket.
Good. Let's see what those counterweights do. The bucket's leaking.
Huh. Maybe I could use the rope thing to tie it to that. Hold on. The answer is no. Let's take a look at this counterweight. Now, apparently there should be something I should be able to tie that rope to. Now, it looks like he was able to hold it up for a little bit. Huh.
Need to get the water flowing to the bucket.
I am at a loss as to what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just going to cut directly to the part where I figure it out. So there's this whole lower area that I could have easily explored, but I didn't notice the path. And this is also probably the area I need to go to, so let's head. Let's see if I can tie this over here. Nope, not that easy. Okay, so I probably need to fill up the water up top, head down below, tie it down. In theory. Let's find out. And then when the raises back up, it'll keep the bridge up. Oh, nope. There we go.
Okay, Jonah, you can let go.
That's it. Let's get across.
Yeah, I'm an eventual sorta smart person. Definitely not genius. Genius would be a stretch. Especially after all that. Is that jumpable? For Lara, maybe. This guy? Where did he go? Where did he go? He has become a ghost. Oh, he's already there. Talk about a limber fellow.
Guess we go through here.
After you. What's that?
I think it's some sort of stealer or...
I mean, she already caused the
Help me with
apocalypse,
this.
Sure.
so it really doesn't really matter, like, whatever this does.
What is it?
It's a recipe. Seems to be a mixture of herbs. It could help if we run into any more jaguars.
Let's hope we don't.
Any more
it's okay.
jaguars? I'll cut that out. Eye of the Eagle. Use a perception, allows Lara to sense animals. Okay. You know, I've never really been a big fan of, like, the whole alchemy gameplay element in games. Like, I would expect I would try to play, like, any of the Witcher games without brewing any potions. But I know I'd essentially be playing it on a hard mode, essentially. On a self-imposed hard difficulty. Ah, okay. Perception plants allow Lara to sense animals and natural resources. I can sense you, Bunny. I can see you for as you are. Now you are dead, and I can no longer see you. But I can see this dead animal, which is different from the other dead animal that I can no longer sense.
Do your dad's notebook say anything about Peru?
No. I mean, there is supposed to be a secret city of gold in Peru. Paititi. Every treasure hunter on Earth is looking for it. But Dad's notes stop in Mexico. Like he lost interest or... I don't know. The next volume picks up in Syria.
Ah, a challenge tomb. And a base camp.
Remind me how the riddle goes again? Chase the heart of the serpent.
to the silver-crowned mountain where the twins confer.
Alright, let's pick up some skills.
How will we know when we're back on track to find the hidden city?
My ruins are bound to stand out, right?
Right. How far do you think it is to Kwakyaku?
Assuming we're going the right way, hard to say. But the irrigation system is a good sign.
Right. People were here at some point. Let's just hope they still are.
That bunny escaped with his life. But I'll be back. Yeah. Challenge tomb nearby.
I found something. There might be a way in.
If it's not civilization, I'll wait here by the fire.
It's ancient civilization. Ancient civilization's gotta count. Ancient civilization from the ancient past. Still, after totally, like, falling apart at a very simple puzzle that just required me to go in a specific direction, maybe I shouldn't be doing these challenge tombs. And that's a lot of grunting just to get through that tunnel. Unknown area. I got some spikes, got some traps that have been activated. You know, I think this is the first of these Tomb Raider games in which you just have dead animals lying around. Just dead carcasses. And Lara's all like, yep, I'm gonna get into that. Try my hand at some Assassin's Creed jumping. Although, really, the first challenge tomb wasn't that difficult. There we go. Like, these traps, as long as you're paying attention, you should be okay. I have revealed this map's secrets.
I'll have to climb to make it across.
Up here. Honestly, I don't blame this game for reminding me how to rappel. It's convenient, gotta say. Because I probably would have forgotten.
This gear is early 20th century.
Huh. These guys got ruined by some arrows. Especially this guy. I mean, like, this guy got, like, an arrow to the side and another arrow. But this guy... not a good day to be this guy. What is that? Albumin powder? Okay, hold on. What is albumin powder? Egg white is the common name for the clear liquid contained within egg, also called the albumin. The more you know.
That starched shirt Fawcett may be getting all the attention, but I know his time is almost up. The world will remember the Timothy Walker as the man who finally found the lost city of El Dorado. We've set up camp in a canyon. It was a grueling journey to get this far. We'll rest here a few days, get our bearings. Some of the men need patching up, and I wouldn't mind one good night's sleep. The men say something came through the camp last night. The jungle is getting to them. I keep telling them that we're close and we need to keep it together. One of the scouts has found a temple of some kind up ahead. We'll start construction of bridges and ladders this morning and head out from camp this afternoon.
It's very convenient of these explorers to write only one entry inside an entire journal, and then just leave them behind for others to find. Although they might have been arrowed with the rest of them. I don't know if that's necessarily faster. Oh. So spooky. Were you spooked? I was spooked. Huh. This is a little bit bigger of a hidden cave. And we got our upgrades. We can upgrade some weapons. Right now, I think I'm basically using like a pre-order bonus bow, so why the hell not? All right. The cache is still ahead. Is somebody there, aside from all the dead bodies? That is something that has kind of evolved over time, is the idea of the challenge to being also its own side story, rather than just being like a different tricky puzzle for you to complete. See. There's nothing that way. Ah, there we go. Ah. It's impressive how much time these ancient cultures have to carve these giant stone heads into the temple walls.
What an incredible sight.
Although, like I said, this hidden temple is a little bit larger than I expected. The previous one was basically just kind of like a small series of rooms, and this one is more grandiose. And then let's rappel down a bit. Actually, let's see if we can head over here, knock down that wall. It seemed like Lara wanted to do several things at the same time there.
This could be the way out.
Oh. Yeah, we don't need to go out yet. Yeah, maybe I might have jumped the gun on this business. but I can carry on. Lara Croft also mines for a living, I guess. Because in case her archaeologist career doesn't carry on, she could always sell her gold ore. Huh. Is this a dead end? I guess it is. But clearly there's more to this.
Might be the way out.
It might be the way out. Let's follow this a little bit, see where this takes. Because it might take me around this way. And even though she says it might be a way out, it might actually still be the way forward. Which is a little bit,
This must be the way out.
she keeps saying it's the way out. She keeps saying no, but does it mean... Ah, no. Probably shouldn't head out there, then. I'll go anyway. Huh. We... Alright, that does in fact loop around back to the beginning. I see it. I can climb up that tree. I missed the telltale signs of scampering. Throw the grapple axe. That's nifty. Ooh. The survival cache. Just hidden at the end of this tunnel. Everything will be okay.
Damn this place. Damn this forsaken jungle. It holds a jewel just out of reach and then sweeps your legs out from under you. We've almost made it across that bottomless pit. Some kind of altar beckons from the other side, under a giant stone face that seems to mock our efforts. Something attacked the camp. Some men claimed it was panthers. Others said something more sinister. Half the crew insist on abandoning the expedition. I had to dress one man down, made an example of him. All I need is one more day. One more lousy day.
You know, not only do they leave their journals behind, they also leave their fancy leather holders for their journals. Which I guess must have been really plentiful back in those days. Alright, now I can proceed. Maybe that was just a small bird, out to get vengeance on me for needlessly killing other small birds. Oh, okay. I guess I should do something here first. And then tie this to that. Excellent. No climbable surfaces below this platform. That means this rope will be intact. That's the problem with, like, climbable surfaces in games, especially when you get towards more open world type settings, is how do you get the player to understand what is interactable and what isn't? Especially if you're limited to which direction players can go, but you still want to kind of give them the illusion of freedom. So you end up having to have like big chunks of stone wall, just a slightly different gray. Huh. Well, what do they want me to tie that to? Perhaps I will go over this way. Cut this line. And that'll move that over there. Maybe. Possibly. Let's just try it out and see how well this goes. That was nothing. I was expecting that to just kind of fail on its own. But since this has given me a passage back to the place I came before, perhaps I could use it on this end. Yep, and it has the telltale signs of scrambling. Or maybe I'll just jump on it while it's going by. Since it seems to be giving me a lot of time to do that. I just do not see why there is this big rope thing that you could use to attach to stuff. Nope, not fast enough. So, there needs to be something that I would be able to attach that to that is down here. Now, clearly that didn't work. Actually, let's see what's in here. That looks like a... Okay, from afar it looked like an explorable area, but it clearly is not. And... So maybe that didn't last, but it gave me a moment. Like a timer of sorts. Nope. So that does not... Well, let's try it out. Yep. Timer. Still, for a lot of mystery, it's basically just a large area for me to collect little items here and there, along with some gold. And whatever this is.
Here, under the watchful eye of one of the Lords of Death, lies the gate to Shabalba, where all must travel when transitioning from this life to the next.
Collect more artifacts to decipher proficient monoliths. Okay. Is there another base over here? Maybe I should stop spinning the camera around over and over again and look at what is in front of me. Or below me. Was this the right way? I have no idea. Have I? Nope, there we go. I don't know if that's necessarily faster. Although there are a lot of dead bodies here. How do they die? Ooh, is this a new recipe? Have I unlocked a new recipe? Increase climbing skills to traverse the environment with more speed. Oh, that's probably something I can just unlock now, if I so choose. Oh, that's nifty. So essentially, there are some skills that require more than just points to purchase. You have to complete specific trials in order to acquire the ability to get those points. And then I also get rewarded with gold. We've got so much gold, we'll be taking golden showers. The grapple axe. Thank you for the reminder, because then I would have been like, what the hell do I do? I would have been grappling with that all day. Or at the very least for like 15 minutes or so. Eventually, like, there would be a point in which I'd be like, maybe I should just call it and like look it up. Because all day is a really long time to be grappling at a situation. Truly, this game is too spooky for me, with all of its spooky noises. You know, this passage is probably way longer than it really needs to be. For functional sake.
Another of those Maya altars, and
And what?
an old camp gone to ruin.
We should keep going.
Right.
Thank you for watching. If you've still got the itch for more content, why not give one of those links a try? Got some questions or comments, you can comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. In the meantime, so long, folks.